because just pearly things is just like a relay messenger and doesn't really believe her thoughts. It just makes her a weird content creator, just like SNEAKO. So SNEAKO just has completely made a 180. SNEAKO's a different person again, again, and it's like I just recently just started thinking about what the average SNEAKO fan is like that has been following him from the beginning. He has been through like 4 story arcs of personality and how you should be living life.
He used to be a kid on YouTube. Though.
Exactly. So it's like
a whole era.
He that was the era. He's had so many different eras of what he believed and was pushing people towards that if you've been a fan from the beginning, you have changed so drastically, it's ridiculous. Like, he's changed so much that it's like, are we even supposed to respect anything he says or just look at him as pure entertainment?
Like a Logan Paul.
You can't trust somebody who has too many epiphanies.
Yeah, he has way too many. And I've only been following SNEAKO for the last year.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, low key.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like, bruh, you have turned heel too many times for me.
See, isn't that like the point of life though? Like, because his channel is like a life channel. It's about whatever he's going through.
True.
So it's like if he's having those epiphanies, which we've all had.
And so it's kind of my fault for even like thinking I could like follow. He's young too,
bro. He's our age.
Yeah.
Like he's 23. He's older than us probably by a year or two, but like,
right. But he's younger.
You got to think of like, if I right now was making money off of YouTube, I'm doing voice work, I'm in New York,
right?
Like I'm living life. I don't know, man. Like, what can you tell a nigga? You know what I'm saying? You 20-something and you running around New York.
The only thing that changes his mind is actual growing. Like actually getting older and fucking seeing things differently.
But that's
the only thing that changes his mind.
And it can also stunt you too. Like that's what I'm kind of sympathizing with him because it's like all of that success could stun him, which it probably did.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that much attention at a young age is definitely gonna have some negative side effects.
Was modeling in Vogue,
which is why it's like that's why I can't buy
into it.
I can't buy into SNEAKO until he's like 30.
Yet. Yeah, I was about
to say. Yeah. I feel like he might not be old enough for that position.
Yeah.
Now, when you get on camera and you're preaching a way of life,
right?
You present yourself as an authority on how to live.
Yes.
My nigga, you young 20s. Like, we get on these mics and we say our opinions and we ask questions, but I'm not telling you how to do anything.
Yeah, how to, literally
I haven't figured that out yet.
Right. And that's the position that he's been in for the last couple of years. And now he's completely done a 180 and he's religious, family man SNEAKO, disavowing the red pill. When he's been pushing the red pill for the last year.
He overdosed and now he popped the blue one.
Yeah.
Made his tummy feel better.
Right. So he's now one thing I will say about SNEAKO as well too, and it drove me crazy, and I don't like apparently he's taking a more religious standpoint. He used to bring up the Quran and Islam a lot. But the nigga didn't know nothing. He never.
He didn't speak no Hebrew.
He didn't do nothing, and it would kind of be like get on my nerves when he would be like, I teach them about religion. There's a Quran sitting over there I've had a Quran in my house my whole life. I'm not out here preaching religion.
A Quran doesn't mean you're a good person.
Right. A Quran in the Bible doesn't mean that you have a holy message, bruh. Yeah. Just because you own the book.
But you know what's strange? If you got like the devil's Bible, I don't even know what you call that on your coffee table, you're going to think something up with that nigga.
That's true. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
So I wonder why it doesn't work vice versa.
I don't know. Because so
many hypocrites.
Yeah, because we generally look at organized religion as positive, of course, but the general look of it is positive compared to just devil worship, Satan. The general look is bad.
Like even like if you see an altar in the back while he's streaming, like an altar isn't necessarily a bad thing,
right?
But
it could be
to the public, the general public who doesn't know. Like
we're gonna think you want some different shit.
We don't know who he's worshiping,
right? And so that's another thing that used to really irritate me when he would just be like, "There's a Quran over there." But apparently he's moving like he actually. I can't remember when it's what happens when the ceremony that you do when you officially become a Muslim.
So he's a Muslim. That's
if you could look that up. I don't know. Can you look up the ceremony? ceremony taken to become Islamic.
Is their version of being baptized?
Essentially, yes.
Because even Jewish people, they got to be converted. What is their conversion process?
Baptized.
Shahada.
Like,
Shahada? Is that
Shahada.
Zoom in on it a little bit.
Shahada.
Is also the formal step in conversion to Islam.
Correct.
This occasion often attracts witnesses and sometimes includes a celebration to welcome the converts into their new faith.
Right.
yeah, everybody got something.
If he hasn't taken this, shut the fuck up, bro. It's annoying when you talk about Islam and you haven't even taken this. Like,
Yeah.
like don't bring the religion up, like, unless you've at least initiated yourself into it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to hear you spew Islamic beliefs if you haven't even taken your welcome ceremony.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Like, I was christened. I haven't been baptized, but I was christened as a child. So I can talk about Christianity a little bit. I grew up in a church.
You earned it.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I put my reps in. You ain't even been to a mosque 15 times, probably. I've been to a mosque countless times. You know what I'm saying?
He's probably
Too many
hasn't
times,
prayed
yeah.
5 times a day before.
Exactly. And it's like, I don't like that. Like, I don't like that about him. But this nigga has, yeah, so SNEAKO.
I once saw a video analysis for SNEAKO, and they were saying that he's the Kanye of YouTube. And they didn't
Yeah, for
mean it
sure.
in this context, but that title just has such a deeper meaning after seeing him pivot 1,000 times like Kanye does. Because Kanye and SNEAKO also allegedly seem to both hear new information,
And
immediately believe in to speak about it and
Right.
preach it to the masses.
Yeah.
It doesn't marinate, it doesn't soak. They just go and preach it and put it in your head.
For sure.
Like it's the gospel.
For sure. And then he runs around and is willing to debate anybody off something that somebody else told him.
Exactly.
It's crazy. It's like, I don't know if I'll ever get into the debate space on YouTube because I don't think that space will ever die. Even though it's like really popping and new kind of within the last couple of years, I think it's only going to keep growing. And it's like, that seems like one of those evergreen spaces. But
Debate. That was one of the first like TV shows ever. It was only debate shows
Right,
in the
right.
60s and 50s. It was
right.
only debate shows.
So I don't know if I ever, but that's the whole point of that is to go in there with as much knowledge already. He didn't care about knowledge. Like,
Yeah.
he just go, but does that just kind of prove that, does that mean he's a great entertainer? And we're
mean-
not supposed to believe anything he says anyway? Like,
If you know, a feeling is a weird thing. Like if he truly feels it, you know, I would want him to speak on it.
Yeah.
But it's a way to speak on things without trying to push it. Like you're just letting people know what you're doing.
right.
Like,
It's all about how he presents it.
yeah, it's all about
Yeah.
how he presents it.
Right. Yeah, I just kind of like we were saying earlier, I can't buy into SNEAKO until he's like 28, 30. Between 28 and 30, maybe even a little bit older. Just because it's just like, bruh, it's like now you're against the red pill, nigga. You've been pushing this shit all year. So
And he even
oh my God.